Yeah. Broco.
Broco, we in new modes, and we do it better sticking together. Won't bend, won't fold. No, I got your back through whatever weather, rain, sleet, or snow. Making profit while we get to the cheddar. We in that mode, you know if we got a problem, we pull up in that jet, fit for all of my bros. Collective like the colors in the rainbow. All of that talking you did on the net, we know that you only did it for a post. If I pull up then I get in the check, I need me like 500K for a show, or maybe more. And I got all of the stars in the ceiling cause we in a row. Yeah, just for the bros, brothers forever, so you know we got each other back. We aiming for gold, sticking together, careless about the weather, we never slack. Gotta stick to the code. Broco, we in new modes, and we do it better sticking together. Won't bend, won't fold. No, I got your back through whatever weather, rain, sleet, or snow. Making profit while we get to the cheddar. They know we own. Take off, we go. Diamonds two-tone.
What up, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. You know what it is. It's your boys from Broco. Fellas.
Uh-oh, you shaking your head.
Hold on, man.
He's shaking his head, man. What in the world
When
is
we
going
was
on
getting
right now?
ready, you was making, comments about the topic and stuff like, we finna get in trouble?
Boy, listen.
I just want to know if we finna get in trouble.
You know I ain't did it in a long time.
Three ladies on set.
You know I ain't did it in a long time. But see, I got one of them juicy topics.
Oh, snap.
Juicy topics.
Juicy?
Juicy topic. No,
What are you mixing, though?
that's that sauce. That's that sauce.
Let's go, man. Let's go.
I've been meaning to ask you that. What is that?
So as y'all see, we have three ladies on the set because when we do these topics like this right here, we don't want to sound biased.
Right.
Okay.
Because we found Broco.
Because we keep it real on Broco.
Yes, we do.
We keep it real on Broco. Okay. But we need female participation to come in to get them a chance to back themselves up because we gonna come strong with it. So we get them a chance to bring their A game because we stay on ours.
You got your A game?
Okay. So we're gonna let the ladies go around and introduce themselves before we get into this topic.
Okay.
I'm Bavetta Morton.
I'm Kia.
My name is Anitris.
Okay, so Anitris, Kia.
Bavetta.
Who?
Bavetta.
Okay, that's cute. Bavetta. What? It sounds like an alcoholic drink. I'm getting some Bavetta over there, bro. Yeah. Anyway, listen, fellas.
It sounds exotic.
What?
I like it. I like it.
Right, it does sound exotic.
I like it.
But better.
Okay, so fellas. Broco, are you ready, baby?
I don't know if they're ready.
I'm ready. All right, look up. So today's topic is, do the women of today put more emphasis on the man of yesterday?
Can I leave?
No, you can't leave, bro. You my right-hand man, but listen, bro. Listen. You have my back on these topics. I need you right now.
Okay.
I need you right now. So what I mean by that...
Okay.
What do you mean?
What I mean by that is, when you have a lot of females that have conversation, and a lot of them be like, well, you know what, the type of man I'm looking for a man like my dad, or I'm looking for a man like my uncle, or I'm looking for a man like my granddaddy. Okay. And my first comment is, how many outside kids they got? Because most people back in the day that's old like that, they was a Rolling Stone. So that's what you want?
So
you looking for a Rolling Stone?
So you're saying
you
yesterday man is our dad and our uncles, the
older generation.
Right, okay.
And all of them are Rolling Stones?
But not all of them, but half of them.
Okay, so wait. So I think the first question should have been, if you're looking for a man like your dad or your granddad, are you the type of woman that's like your mom or your grandma?
That was my next point.
That should be the first question.
That was my next point. Because
not that.
Listen, but that's my next point.
But that's part of it.
That's part of it, but that's my next point because now you put all this emphasis on who your dad was and granddaddy and your uncle, all those guys. But listen, okay, what about your grandma, your mama, your auntie? Are you even half of the women they were? Right. Because those women back in the day did a lot.
Okay, right. And then are you taking care of the woman like they did where they're not working?
That's my point. But then, listen,
exactly.
You can't sit here and say you want a man like that, but then you want to be independent and do everything. Mm-hmm. So you gotta pick your poison. Okay, ladies, how y'all feel about that topic? Because you look look at your face. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I will say first of all, my dad was not a Rolling Stone.
Okay. Shouts out, Dad.
Been married
that you know of.
Well, there's no outside kids. He's still alive.
Okay,
so,
okay,
you know,
okay.
you typically find those things out at a funeral.
Okay.
But I think it's okay to want a man that's similar to your father and your uncle.
So you look for those traits?
There are some traits that I do look for because that was my role model as a dad and a husband, and how he treated my mom. So certain aspects of that I definitely want in my man.
Okay, so you just said certain aspects that he did and things he treated your mom. Is it safe to say that you have the woman that your mama was to get that treatment?
Well, my mom had 12 kids.
Okay.
Right? So she
You got 11 brothers? You got 11 siblings?
Well, one is deceased, so I have 6 brothers and 4 sisters. So
Oh, wow.
I don't have that many kids. I don't want that many kids, so I don't have that same path.
Okay.
Right? So as far as how she treats my dad, definitely. She taught her daughters on how to be wives. I'm not married right now, but she did lay down some foundations on what we need to do to please our mates. So
I'll ask you first, do you understand that question? Do the women of today put more emphasis on the man of yesterday?
I do understand that question. I can't speak for all women. I know a lot of women want a man to pay all the bills, to support them, to take care of them. I know a lot of women out there want that.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you know, there are some things that you have to give for that, too.
Is it? You know what? I'm so glad you said that. Because it is, there are some things you have to give for that. And I feel like a lot of y'all not willing to give those things.
Yeah. And I will
it's
say,
like, it's a I want my cake and eat it too situation out here in these streets.
Yeah, and
For me, it's different.
Okay.
Wait, are you married?
I was married. I'm a widow. I was married for 26 years.
Okay.
Talk to the mic. Talk to the mic.
I
We
was
gotta hear
married
you.
for 26 years.
26
I'm a
years.
widow now.
Okay.
For me, even when I was dating and when I was married, I wasn't looking for a man to take care of me. I was looking for somebody that we could build something together.
Right.
And because I don't want him working 12, 13 hours a day and then he come home tired. He can't do
Don't
that
say
thing.
that. How dare you say that?
And then, like, I have 3 kids.
Right.
So we had a plan for our family. And I never thought that I would be a widow, but now that I am, I know Mr. FICA. I make my own money. I can still sustain the kids and the family. It's not like, you know, I was depending on him to take care of us, to take care of the family, and I didn't work. I think that when my husband was living there, we both worked. For me, it was enough to know that if I got fired or if I quit my job, we could live off of his salary.
And vice versa, right?
Right.
Peace of
But
mind,
I
yeah.
did not.
Look at there.
I don't have a problem working and we building something together. I know people that have lost their spouse and they got to move. They ain't never had no job.
Yeah.
They don't have no credit. They don't know who Mr. FICA is, nothing about taxes. And so, I don't have a problem working. I want us to work, build something together.
Yeah.
I don't want you to come home tired every day and you can't do nothing but just work 12, 13 hours.
Yeah. You know what? In today's time, you know, I know it's different now, but in today's time, you know, there's some couples and relationships where the man would prefer his wife not to work.
Right.
You know, I mean, that may work in that situation, you know. I'll ask you ladies, like, how would you feel about that if a man said, hey, I don't want you to work, I'll take care of everything. How would you feel about that?
You quiet.
I'm gonna jump on it now.
You being honest, right?
I'm 36. I've been working since I've been 15.
Aw.
I have 2 parents. 2 parents. So, you know, if a man came up and he was like, baby, you don't have to work, I'm going to jump on it. However, I have my own business.
Okay.
So I know how to make money.
Yeah.
I was raised on love, but we were taught survival skills. There's 6 of us.
Okay. Okay.
So I'll always be his plan B. So there'll never be a day where he's like, oh, I got to go to work. Because if I don't work, we don't eat. Because we going to eat. But if he told me I could stay home, I absolutely would.
Yeah.
But, I don't have a problem going to work.
But would you still like? Okay, you say you have your own business. So even if you didn't have your own business, and he said, "Okay, baby, you can stay home. I got it." Would you still have that same mindset, like, baby, I'm gonna be the plan B if your plan A don't work, and I'm gonna make sure we eat and still try to get money.
I would find something for us to do where I don't have to work, where he's not, because you never want to create a space where y'all not communicating. Like he say, I don't want you to work, and you agree to that. Now you hiding things. I don't have that kind of time because I'm not a lie well. So that won't work out. So, create a situation where there's money flowing in that I don't have to work, where there's still money coming in case there's a problem.
Right.
Oh my God.
It's all good.
Okay.
So,
I'm so sorry.
what are some of the advantages of, and I don't, you take, what are some of the advantages of working, your man working and you staying home? Are there any advantages?
I mean, I'm gonna do something, and I prefer to do something outside the household.
Yeah.
So if it's not necessarily a 9 to 5, but if it's volunteering, I mean, I'm not built to just be at the house.
Gotcha.
And I know there's different situations when people decide they want a bigger family, then it may be more beneficial for the woman to stay at home because daycare is so expensive. And then you want to impart certain values into your kids, so you don't want all these different people watching your kids until they get a certain age. But I think, so that's a benefit, I think. Because you spend more money if you have multiple kids at daycare. While mom is working, dad's working, but is it really equaling out, right?
Yes, like I'm gonna answer that question. Them kids need to go to daycare. They need to learn social skills, and mama need to go to work.
Right.
I don't care if you working just to pay the daycare. That's your bill.
Well, I think, you know what? I think I don't agree with that because one thing about it, when at a certain age, I feel like if you can afford to have the mom at home, have mom at home, because kids get ear infections, they get sick at the daycare, and they get that from other kids. But if you can have a child be at home with their parent until they're like 4, then to me, I feel like you have built a really good bond. You haven't had to have them out in the world learning curse words and certain languages that they'll learn at daycare. They're getting the foundation from you.
Now, Bavetta, we was here in the beginning, but I ain't going for that.
Cool, let me get it. Cool, let me get it.
Get me. Come on, what you got?
First of all, I have to respectfully disagree with that.
Right.
Because one thing about having a kid at home and you doing all this bonding and stuff, you bonding with this kid. But you understand this kid got to go out into the world and try to bond with other kids. So when you like this one-on-one bonding with this kid, kids pick up habits where they're selfish and basically they want their way with everything. So therefore, now you picking fights and stuff because little Tommy got a toy and you want it. But at home, you used to have them your way. You can't do that in daycare. So I feel like when you put kids in daycare around other kids, it's not only basically teach them social skills, but to teach them how to share and be ready for the world. So that one-on-one thing,
teach them how to share at home.
But there are other ways, though. There's
can't.
Other ways to learn social skills. If you go to church, they can learn social skills at Sunday school. They're dealing extracurricular activities. You can put your child in soccer at 3 years old. Then they're learning that social skills. They're learning how to be competitive. They're learning how to lose. They're learning a lot of skills they don't necessarily have to learn in daycare.
See, you've been too quiet.
No, I was just gonna say.
Yeah, you've been too quiet.
So if let's say for instance we got multiple kids, right? Sometimes at a certain point it depends on if my wife is not making enough money, right? You just paying into the child care when she could be at home taking care of the kids, but there's other stuff she can do. In the household, right?
Is she gonna do it though?
But now, and I'm talking about like if you're talking about her salary is basically equal to that daycare. Now if she's some kind of CFO or some company doing all that, that's a different story, right? But if she's just doing some kind of regular job and she's making $30,000-$40,000 a year or whatever,
we finna get them $30,000-$40,000 a year.
I'm with you on that, especially when they little. Man, stay at home, nurture that baby. They can get extracurricular and social skills.
Let me tell you something. My mama worked every day of my adolescent life up until she couldn't.
Right.
And that was just like a couple of years ago. She was up every morning at 6 o'clock. She fixed us breakfast every morning and was gone to work by 7 o'clock. She got off every afternoon and came home and cooked us dinner. 3 kids and an ungrateful husband.
But how tired was your mom?
That ain't even a question because we don't even know. I don't even know because she never showed that.
Cool.
All she showed was
Coop, that's the woman of yesterday. You ain't gonna find that these
But
days.
they have
right.
Well,
So you ain't finna, but we that's what we talking about, right?
Right.
So you ain't finna tell me with all the stuff that we got now, women, that you want a man of yesterday, but you can't be that same woman of yesterday. I'm not going for that.
Well,
I'm not going for it.
I think the woman of yesterday.
Everybody leaving the house when it's time to go to work.
She's the woman of yesterday because she had to step up. Because you said, you said, your mom,
but
dad, husband was,
Well, I'm talking
a little,
about, Yeah,
so she had to step up and make sure that you had food on the table.
Well,
and that you were taken care of. So if that meant that she had to leave out the household.
Well,
she
no,
did what she had
not
to
like
do.
that. Like, I meant from a perspective of, when I say ungrateful, I'm talking about cooking, right? My pops made money. Like, I mean, he made more money than my mom. So we was good financially. Like, the house was taken care of, no problem, right? But my mom was a mom. Like, she wasn't I'm finna sit at home. And she had that option, right? She had that option. She didn't want that option. No, I'm going to work because I can work. I don't want to sit at home. What I'm finna do at home all day while you at work? The kids, yeah, we young. She took care of us. We was at the babysitters. We was at my grandma's house. When she got home, we was home.
Yeah.
Why it can't be the same?
Right.
Well, just like it can't be the same, but throughout life things change.
True.
So you have to move with that, right? We know people who haven't moved with that, and you see where they are. So you have to progress, So things are going to change. The prices of houses are so high, right? Back in the day, my great aunts owned homes, but now, you can barely own a home unless you make a certain amount. So things have to change. Yeah. So you have to change with that. So
there's no reason a two couple household should be trying to live off one salary. That's not 1 + 1. That math don't math.
You said, say it again. So you said
if a two couple household is trying to live, a 2-income household is trying to live off of one salary.
Why? What's wrong with that?
How's that work?
Well, you can say the other one.
But if they're in agreement.
No, because if I'm saying a 2-income household,
meaning somebody not working.
Once somebody's not working, so you're not saving another salary.
Right.
It's only one salary coming in the house. So now that makes the man, and 9 times out of 10 10 times out of 10, it's the man, right? So now he going to work and he working 12 hours, sometimes.
Cause a lot of stress too.
Nah.
He tired, he aggravated, he mad because his boss done made him mad, or the customer done made him mad, or whatever he dealing with at work done made him mad. So now he come home, right? He don't want to talk. Ain't no food on the table. He just want to go to bed because he got to wake up tomorrow and do it all over again. So now what? Y'all in a whole argument.
So before you get into that,
because y'all women don't cook.
Right. Hold up.
Hold up.
Can we talking about women of yesterday?
We just met these ladies.
We don't do women of yesterday.
No, we keep it real.
He talking in general.
I'm being in general.
Because the women today don't cook.
They don't cook.
Hold up.
Hold up. Y'all out there cook?
Listen. So
Let us know who cooked.
Listen, let's say this. Okay,
Bro code on Facebook. Let us know if you cook. We want to know.
So ladies, before y'all get all hot and bothered by Coop,
I'm just saying. You wanted this.
Hey, listen, I know. And
You did it.
I'm loving it, baby. I'm loving it. You my boy. I love it. So let's talk about, because you hear a lot of women, like you said, the women of yesterday. I truly feel like the man of yesterday had a purpose, in the household. These days, I don't feel like the man has a purpose because a lot of women feel like they can do just as good as a man can do or without a man. So let's talk about some of the traits of what the purpose of a man really is. One of my points is men are called, the leads, serving others, the leadership. This means putting, their needs before their own. A lot of men basically back in the day, they went out, work, did everything for the household. The woman stayed home. Some of them stayed home because, let's be honest, a lot of them didn't even have the education to even get out to even do the job. However, okay, because I'm with Coop, my mom, my grandma, basically, they didn't stay at home. I'm saying my mom had 4 kids. She went to work. She worked that night while my aunt kept us that night, and then she came home and made sure everything was good. Right. So therefore, that showed me, I'm saying, and part of other men, a blueprint of what a woman should be, because basically you a woman. I'm watching you go out, make this money, come home, cook, clean, sew, wash, iron, take care of the kids, and then I got you, and you got a college degree, and you tell me you can't even make a biscuit? No, we ain't about to do that. Yeah. We ain't about to do that. So my next point about, I'm saying, let's look at some of the responsibilities of a man, okay? One is the one who takes care of the family, okay? All men basically is put on this earth, I'm saying, even back in the biblical days, to take care of, the family and the surroundings, okay? I'm saying the next one is basically, and I used to do this when I was married, you got to share the household tasks with your wife. I'm saying it's a partnership. Right. Marriage is a partnership. Okay. If you that wife, for some of y'all fellas out there, I'm looking at the camera and say, some of y'all fellas who want y'all wives to stay home, I commend you. That's on you, bro. That's not on me. Okay. But I'm gonna say it like this right here. If you stay at home, when I get home, I shouldn't have to do everything. I shouldn't have to do nothing. I'm saying I don't want to come home and I'm looking for my shirt to wear tomorrow and it ain't washed. I don't want to come home and my stomach, you can hear my stomach from the door. I'm saying like stuff like that. But, when I was married, my wife came home after I did. I got home before she did, okay? I was that husband, okay? You coming home after I do. I'm not finna sit around and just wait and be hungry by the time you get home, okay? For the ones who can cook, your boy can cook. For the ones who can cook,
yeah,
okay?
We know.
Listen, dinner was ready. The baby had her bath, had her homework done. She spent time with her mom when she got there, and she put her to bed. I'm saying that don't take away from me being a man. That was just, I feel like my husband do this. So I don't understand why women today don't. You want a man that's gonna do everything, but my point of the men from yesterday is, yeah, they did a lot, but they had a backbone. You can't sit here and ask me to take care of you, pay all your bills, take you all over the world, and you can't even be my backbone. Miss me with that.
First of all, the women back then didn't even have all them bills. They wasn't trying to get no Louis purse. They wasn't trying to go to these 5-star restaurants. They weren't trying to get the baby beans. All that didn't exist, right? So let's just be honest, right? This is new age stuff, right? Well, women, I'm generalizing that again, Bavetta.
I like that.
Okay. Certain group of women feel as if they're entitled to that, right? And that is their standard of living. Meanwhile, they might have grown up in like a single parent home. They might have ate like microwave meals every night. Mom might have not spent no. It was a whole bunch of different scenarios, right? And that's not to bash them, but that's just reality for some people growing up. Everybody didn't grow up in a 2-parent household. Right. Everybody didn't grow up, with love and care and I'm gonna make sure that you in, the best school or the best daycare. That wasn't reality, right? But now they get to a certain point and they've been around certain people or they've seen certain things and it's like, oh, I'm entitled to that.
So what y'all ladies got, because you over there boiling. Yeah, yes, I see you boiling.
Just over here, listen.
There are some women like that, and there's no but. There are women like that, but you all cater to that.
No, I don't.
Right.
I'm not saying you, but I'm just saying men in general. Men cater to that. They like they like to take care of their women. They like to get her hair done, her nails done, pay all her bills. So you have men that like that.
True.
I'm not a person that like that, because to me, when a man does all that, that's kind of controlling.
Thank
I was
you.
going to ask. I was going to ask you, what do you
To
think
me,
that is?
that's
That's a
so-
control tactic,
Yes.
right?
For me, growing up, and even when I was dating, if I couldn't cook or couldn't take care of myself, that was embarrassing to me as a woman.
I like that.
I
That's
was
honest.
like,
I love
no,
that.
I'm serious. If I couldn't cook, if I couldn't get my own hair done or get my nails done,
Right.
I ain't finna let my man know I'm that broke.
Right.
Because that
I
was
mean, like, who
that was
want
like
a broke man? I hope a broke
Right.
man don't want a broke woman.
That's good.
Right.
See,
That's
say,
right.
say that
But I
again.
think
Like, look right here. Say that again. You say what now? You hope a broke. You hope a man don't want a broke woman.
Cause I don't want no
love
broke
that.
man.
Some of them like them.
Cause you don't want no. You don't want no what?
broke man. No, I don't want no broke man.
Right.
Man, look
Now
at
we
him,
can be
man.
broke together.
Get my
and we
new
can
BFF.
have-
we
We
can't
BFFs
be
now.
broke together.
Okay, what's your take,
Broke
Kia?
together,
being broke.
we can build something together. We
Right.
can start off and we can build together.
Okay, what's your take?
That's
Kia?
the goal. That should be the goal with
I just-
everybody.
Yeah.
For me, you can't request what you can't provide, right?
Okay.
We had this
Exactly.
conversation.
Yeah.
So I don't know if y'all watch other social media, but there's one girl that does like dating things, and there's a girl, she wants like a $500 monthly allowance from the man she's dating.
That's
But-
it. 500.
But her background, you can tell she lived rough. So I'm like, wait a minute. So the boy asked me, and I was like, $500 ain't no money.
It isn't.
And he's like, what do you mean? A set of nails to the right place. Okay, so I got my nails.
Yeah, we
This is
see.
$150 worth of nails. $150 worth of nails. I go get my feet done. That's another $85.
What them toes look like?
I got on sneakers.
Okay.
You go groom, that's another $70 out your pocket. The straighten my hair is $165. Baby, that $500 is gone.
Right.
So I just feel like if I can do all these things for myself, I wouldn't date a man that can't do those things for me as well. Now, I'm not asking him to take care of it, but you got to be able to do what I'm doing or better. And you have so many women who, men say what they want to say, but you have so many women who date men who don't have no money,
Right.
who come into their homes, sleep on their floors,
Come into
break all
a ready-made establishment.
They can't get on the bed, on the couch.
A ready-made
They're on the floor.
Hey, I want to
move
say
in with
this.
the
I want to
mold.
say
They
this.
move in
I've
with-
been out the game way too long. I didn't know nails cost $165.
You know how much
I
the hair
didn't-
costs?
For real.
Like if you get some, what's the hair the weave now? What's it called? Like is it Brazil?
It's
Whatever.
Yeah,
A
yeah, yeah.
unit costs you $350, baby. I just saying, like, if you,
I've been at the
if you
game way too
really,
long,
like,
bro.
when you start adding up what it takes to actually maintenance a woman, and for the women that can do those things themselves, I applaud you, because I'm not. I'm not. I just feel like I work hard enough that I can afford those things. So I'm gonna go let somebody else do
like,
it for me.
Like those
You-
things,
you-
do you do those for you or you do that for the man?
No, that's for me.
There you go. Okay.
Most
That's
women
for
do
me.
it for
So
themselves.
let's talk
Hey,
about.
so you must ain't pay. You ain't never paid for no nails or no hair.
They don't do
do?
all the things for themselves. They don't do. We was talking
Well-
about the augmentations and stuff.
We get to that.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on, son. We gonna get to that. We gonna get to that. Calm down, young grasshopper. Calm down. Okay. So let's talk about the purpose of a woman. Okay. Let's talk about the purpose of a woman. So based on a woman is said to also, every woman from the time she come out the womb to the time she get older is basically put on the earth to be a wife
Is
at
this
some
like,
point.
Is this like biblical reference or
Yes,
is this like
at
in
some
general?
point.
Okay.
Right, we're saying. So a wife who is a source of the comfort of her husband, as he needs her to be there for him, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? So women make up half of the society, and they're responsible for nurturing, guidance, and reformation of the subsequent generation of the man.
Ask them how they feel about that.
So they make up way more than half. Like I forgot what the number. They outnumber us.
Oh,
12
now.
Yeah. So it can't be that that all of them are to be a wife because it's not enough of us.
Well,
But they can still be.
if you go back to the
to be
African
a
days,
wife,
it's enough of them to be a wife.
I knew it.
If it's not going to be one-on-one, so now you're talking about one.
But
two.
okay,
Now you talking about
listen,
polyamorous.
Talking
Now you
about
talking polyamorous
For the
now.
wives.
I'm just saying the thing you were saying that all the women they're to be wives. That's what they're from the womb to the older they're bred to be wives, right?
Right.
But it's not even.
Right.
At all.
I do.
I mean, it ain't even out here in dating. I mean, you got like 10 women to like every man.
That's what I'm talking about. So
Right.
So
but
is that correct? Because it can't be, because all of them, so you got 10 women, 1 man, that means is it 9 wives out? So they've been doing all this work.
We're going 10 to 1, baby. I'm taking advantage of the opportunity.
So,
we're making households, bro.
I do want to ask, because we were privileged to have 3 young ladies on the set today, so we definitely want to get as much input and insight from you guys. What do you guys feel about that definition of purpose of a woman? Or do you have a different definition or a different purpose of a woman as you would define it? Anybody?
I mean, I think, to me, I feel like what you defined was the purpose of a wife versus a woman.
Yeah.
Because I think when a female is born, that's not, to me, what's in the minds of their parents, is that we're going to groom them to be a wife. Right? We're grooming them to be a confident woman that can sustain herself as an independent person and be an independent thinker.
And that's in this culture.
Right.
If you
I was
go,
about to say that.
somewhere else,
Right.
I don't know. When they
Right,
go to come
exactly.
out, they start.
And I think that's a good point.
And that's why so many of us marry outside race because of that reason.
But I think that's a good point that you made, because, like you said, that's a different culture. But I'm not over there in that culture. I'm here in this culture. So, I mean, when I have 2 daughters, I wasn't raising them to be a wife. I was raising them to be confident and independent, self-thinkers.
That's their word.
And, well, independent as far as in their self-thinkers, being able to fry an egg, right? You do that independently. I'm not standing beside them frying an egg, right?
I might need your
So when you think about independent, I'm not talking about independent as far as
I don't need a man.
I don't need a man, right?
Okay.
I mean, my kids are brought up to love, to honor and respect their dad. They know the value of having a man around, right? So they know, even their mom. When I was married to their dad, I valued him as a man and what his purpose was in my life and how he could assist me in moving a chair or things like that.
That's right. Yep.
I'm not married to him now. I still value him as a man and what he can offer me as a woman, right? So certain things as a woman, I'm not going to do. I'm not going to move furniture because my body isn't built to move furniture. That's one of the purposes of a man, right? Why would I move? Plenty of women won't have fallen because they moved heavy objects because their bodies isn't built for that. That's a purpose of a man. It's many purposes of a man, right? Yeah. But a lot of people don't think about it in that aspect. And I would like a man getting my nails done if I did that, hair done and all of that, but I do feel like all that comes with a cost.
What's your point, Anitra? You've been quiet. Talk to me. What you got?
I mean, I kind of agree with her. I feel like I just lost my thought.
It's all good.
Right.
Yeah. You got anything?
Kia?
I mean, gender roles are important. So that's never an argument that I have. But I think we also have to understand, for those of us in the dating pool, it has acid in it.
I heard it's a mess.
It is.
I'm scared. I'm scared to jump out there. I'm scared to jump out there.
It's horrible.
You know, it's rough.
But why though? Okay,
I think, you know,
I think the men.
I think it's rough because
most men aren't men.
Not saying all.
Right. And then I think because
You have a lot of men
more
who aren't
women
men.
than men don't really have to step up, because if this one don't do, they can go to the next one, and you got some women, a piece of man better than no man.
Right.
And then you have some women that have standards. I'm good.
Do you think that's the man's fault though, or is that an issue with women or you know?
I think both.
Society.
Yeah.
Well, why you say both?
That's society.
Why you say both?
I need some
I
scruples.
think it's both, because you have some women that feel like having a man defines them.
Right.
And then you have some men that they may not want to grow up and be a man. You know, if this woman is requiring them to do this, they may not do it. Well, I'm going to go over here and get with this woman.
Right.
And this woman to take him because I just want a man with me.
Right.
It don't matter if it's a piece of man. Doesn't matter if he don't have his own house. Come move in with me. Drive my car. Let me take care of you.
Oh boy.
I just want to be. I just want to have a man.
You know what that sounds like? That sounds like
but
a man
you know,
and a woman that does not understand their purpose and also doesn't understand their value.
But you know, they go both ways, right?
Yeah.
They do go both ways.
And I said
because
both.
that's one of the main things that we as men deal with too. Okay, because we talk about this a lot. You know, just because you with Ray Ray and he was slanging that stuff and buying you all these Gucci purses and, you know, get your nails done. I mean, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Get your nails done and your hair done and just doing all this stuff with you with all this illegal money. Okay, but guess what? As soon as Ray Ray get locked up, now you dealing with Coop. Coop might not be able to do all that stuff. Yet still, you looking at Coop now because Ray Ray had you up here, but Coop might only come in right here. But you're not going to accept Coop at this level because listen. But okay, so listen. Okay, that's my next point.
And if he can't afford her, he need to leave her.
Okay, but here's my thing. Listen, once again, my point is with that, you know. Why be on this level because a man put you up there because of what he was doing? I can see if you was up here by yourself and you came in like that and you put yourself on that level, but somebody else put you on that level. So now when the next man come in, if he can't put you on that level, now he ain't good enough, that's BS to me.
But you have a choice.
I guess it's like you used to eating filet mignon
Exactly.
and ribeye, and then somebody come throw you a
hot dog.
Exactly.
Like, man, I ain't this tough meat.
So your standard has changed.
Right. So
Standards
I was listening to the radio earlier this morning, and what you just talked about.
Mm-hmm.
This girl was talking about her previous dude and her current dude. Her previous dude had money because he was doing whatever.
Right.
And he could, we'll just say slanging that thing.
Right.
And he could provide whatever she wanted, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he didn't do it for her because she couldn't trust him. He wasn't faithful. He wasn't loyal, right? So then she get the guy that can't do all this stuff.
Right.
But
Good
as
dude.
the old saying goes, he loved her dirty draw.
Good dude.
Right.
She ain't had to worry about nothing. It's all about her,
You
right?
want that? You want that dog?
So that's what she ended up marrying,
Okay.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And her in that, and this is gonna be a topic, right?
Mm-hmm.
But over here know that he messed up, so he trying to get her back. So he doing all this stuff to get her back. Gifts, this and that, right? So Buddy like, nah, we don't need that. We straight, you don't need
That's
that.
what the husband's saying?
That's what the husband's saying. But she like, nah, I earned this, like this mine.
So she was accepting the gift?
She was accepting the gift.
Oh,
So Buddy was like,
Got a bad one.
now if you want
Yeah.
that, that's fine. But just know it don't come with me. She made a decision and she was like, you know what? I want my man. I don't care about these gifts.
Yeah, it is. Okay, that's a good woman.
But it took him to say, take them gifts if you want to.
Yeah.
I'm out. Before she said, you know what? I ain't finna lose this good man.
How old
That's
were
communication. That's good communication.
She was younger, he was a little older.
they? So that
You know how
comes
y'all
with
young girls
maturity.
is.
Talking to Mike.
That comes with maturity.
Yeah.
Because I've dated a man that does those things at 20. At 20, I was driving a Range Rover because I didn't know no better.
You knew better, but you did it
I didn't know no
anyway.
better.
But
Well,
go ahead.
I was hiding from my daddy. Let's say that. I was always
Right.
But at 20, that's exciting.
Oh, it is.
At 36, sir, I don't do charges.
Exactly.
I'm way too cute for prison, and I just, this is not my thing. But that comes with maturity. So her accepting the gift, she wrong. She
Right.
real wrong.
Yeah.
But he shouldn't have had to say that to her. But if he had
That
to
was my
teach her a
thought.
lesson, he had to teach her a lesson. But he was willing to go for that. And I think sometimes, for those of us who date older than us, sometimes you got to learn the lesson. Because she may not have nobody to teach her that. Baby, that's not okay. If you in this relationship, be in this relationship.
Yeah.
So that all comes with the lesson she got at home, what she grew up with. Now, I know I was doing wrong. My parents probably would have killed me if they had taught me. But it was fun. It was exciting.
You're right.
I had no kids. I had no responsibilities. None of those things. So it just...
So let's talk about one of my key components when it comes to this this comparison, and you touched on it when you first started talking partnership. I feel like that's one of the key things that's missing in today's society versus yesterday's society, because even though the woman might have stayed at home, I'm saying, let's keep it real. The man works so much, half the time he didn't even have time to even really manage the checkbook or the bank account or whatever. So the woman took care of that. She managed to make sure the bills paid, all this stuff. So that was a partnership. I'm saying, you bring the check home, I take the money, disperse it, make sure the food here, kid, all this stuff gonna be taken care of. That was a partnership. Okay. These days, not so much. So when I did my research on, I went all the way back from the 50s, all the way come back. In the 1950s, the standard structure of family post-war was like, I'm saying, the male was the breadwinner. And the wife, did the household chores, looked after the kids, and all that stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So moving forward to the 70s, basically by like 8.1%, the stats was like 8.1% of households in the United States were like family oriented with husband or wife, and then but by the early 2000s, it went up to like 67%, 67.9, like 68, somewhere in that area, of the household that was like more like family oriented. Today, I feel like it's totally different because number one, so many people get married for all the wrong reasons. And number two, if I'm gonna marry you, I'm not marrying you because you look good, or I'm not marrying you because you some trophy piece or whatever. If I'm gonna get on my knee and ask you to marry me, it's gonna be for team purposes. It's gonna be for, hey, I come with this, okay? As they said, what you bring to the table, I come with this, okay? And you come with this. But together we can do this, okay? So to me, partnership is very important because, like you said, inflation is changing, stuff costs a whole lot more, stuff like that. You do better, I'm saying, as a team versus individual. Yeah, you might can go get your nails done and spend that $150, but I'm sure you ain't gonna stop your man from giving you that $75 to go half on that. That's partnership.
Let's talk about partnership right now in today's time, right? Because it seems like, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, it seems like the family unit is being targeted. If you look at divorce rate is so high, right? So it's almost like there's a vendetta on the family structure, the family unit structure. I don't want to bring in race, but it seems like it's very prominent in the black race, right? It's very prominent. Why do y'all think that is? Like, what's making partnerships so hard or hard to survive these days?
I mean, I think the biggest reason is the fact that we were never allowed to be together. And that's going all the way back to like slavery. Okay. They always separated us. They always pit us against each other, which is why we are how we are now. And if you think about it, we're the only race that's like that, right? We never healed from that, right? No matter how much we say, oh, we got to stick together, right? Yeah, we don't stick together. It doesn't happen because we don't know what that looks like, because we was always separated and we was always pit against each other. Yeah. The man was always taken away from his family, right? The wife and the kids taken to the house. The man was in the field.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So a whole family structure, we don't know what that is.
Right.
Selectively, right?
Yeah.
Because some people, as times changed, things transform.
Exactly.
Selectively, right? We created families, but not all.
26 years of marriage for you, you've probably seen a lot, right? You probably got a lot of expertise when it comes to marriage.
Give us that knowledge, baby.
What kept you and your husband together for those years? Like, what made y'all partnership survive?
I think, for one, my husband, his parents were married for 20 plus years. My parents were married for 20 plus years. I think that kids, to a certain point, base their relationships, how they perceive relationships, by what they were exposed to and what they saw. So for me, I could see my parents argue, and then I see them make up.
Yeah.
Whereas nowadays we argue, oh, I'm out of here.
Yep.
You know,
Got a lot of
you
runners.
can see them. You can see them in the trenches,
Yeah.
and then come out together. So it's not like if you get into an argument or have a disagreement, that's the end of the marriage.
Yeah.
You know, it's amazing. I hear people talk after they get divorced. We could have worked that out. You know, and so just being able to be raised with both parents in the house,
Right.
and to see how you can love somebody unconditionally, love somebody even when you're mad at them, do what you're supposed to do as a man or as a woman.
That's important.
Punishment.
You know,
Yeah.
so
You know what I think affects that now in today's time? Social media.
I do.
So now we talk about running.
We're
We're
definitely gonna get on
now
that.
you have an outlet. You got all these distractions. Social media.
So
No, that ain't distractions. It's options.
right.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So let's
options.
Yeah.
So let's one of the stats that was
Right.
crazy to me, man, that I
It's not.
pulled up to even get to the marriage part of it. You got to go through the dating phase of the whole thing. And I heard you say it's crazy out here,
That's
but
trash.
I was looking at the cost of dating. You know, literally for the first, like, the average cost of a first date these days is gonna range like about $200 for the first date.
What that's it?
But it
Canada?
don't have to.
Listen, hold on,
What is
hold
that,
on.
UK?
Listen,
Will you go to Waffle House on the first date?
Listen,
I
hold
don't
on.
eat Waffle House, but we can go to IHOP.
Listen.
I like Waffle
I
House.
go to the Waffle House.
Listen, so the crazy part about it is, like, I'm trying to figure out, when I saw that, I was like, where y'all taking these, where y'all going?
But you know
$200?
what? I think
for a
that
first
we
date,
don't-
that's a lot, man.
But see, I think that
You don't think so? You looking at me funny.
No, I didn't
let
say
me
that.
just say this: with social media and dating, I think that's kind of all out, because when you're dating a person, it's like, why you trying? You can impress me to a certain point, but I don't need you to take me to no fancy restaurant to impress
You
me.
don't.
Because what I'm looking for is when I'm dating somebody and maybe a potential person to marry, I'm trying to find out what your credit score is.
What?
I'm trying to find out what's going
Say
on
that
with
again.
you.
Can you manage your money?
Look
I'm
right
trying to
here.
find out what kind of plan you got for us.
Is
What is
your
your
idea
plan as a
of
man
the car?
for the family?
Exactly.
I don't-
Say that to these folks over here.
Exactly.
She said, you said what your what is?
I'm trying to. What is your credit score?
Oh, okay.
I mean,
And what your what
is
is?
your plan is for the family? What are your
Okay.
intentions?
I thought I heard that.
I don't need. You don't need to take me to Ruth Chris or whatever. We can go sit down at McDonald's and talk about that. Cause I'm trying to find out who you
I
are.
hear you.
You know,
Okay, what's up, kid? Right.
I'm just saying McDonald's, but I don't. You don't have to do all that stuff to impress
Right.
me. Now that's nice, but no, you don't have to do all that every day, all day.
And the thing about it, you don't have to worry about it. If you start talking to a person and you say, "Hey, we're gonna go out on a date," and you say we're going to the cheesecake or something, they start complaining, then you know the exit stage right.
That's
you,
right.
You take off, right?
I'm hitting with the
I'm
Starbucks
trying to
off
find
here.
out.
Yeah,
Who wants
whatever.
Starbucks does work. That works.
If she don't want to meet you at Starbucks, if she got a problem with that, then you go the same way. So
Well,
regardless,
better.
right? So you got you got to
Exactly.
figure it out, right?
got
The
your
person
crap.
maybe you going on a date. Maybe you want to go to Ruth Chris. Maybe you want to go. Right, and you like, well, shoot, I'm going with her. I'm asking her out. Let's go to Ruth Chris. But that may
There's
be,
nothing
but at that
wrong
point,
with
that
that.
be on you.
But
Yeah.
I think that depends on the person and the vibe, right? I think as a
Exactly.
man, when we're meeting women and we're talking to them and and getting to know them, depending on how their vibe is, it might be like, shoot, I'm finna go and take a shot of the Ruth Chris or
Right.
STK, like.
And then at
Yeah.
Atlanta,
You know what I'm
at
saying? And
Atlanta,
that's
you
nice,
go
but-
downtown. As soon as you sit there, you say, "Oh, let's get a couple drinks," and then it's like 20.
Yeah.
And you like, "Oh, it's $200," just like that. And you
Right.
had some wings and a
Right.
couple drinks.
But I spent $200 lad.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm not saying those
We ain't
things
good
are not
as good.
I'm not saying that's required, because you could take me to all those places and still be a jerk.
Right. True. Right. But I was
You know?
saying that the $200 doesn't have to be. They don't have to be. If that's your criteria, is not to have a $200 date.
Right.
It's easy for you to figure out if she's gonna require a $200 date.
Yeah.
Right.
And dating is expensive. You know, for me, if I was dating somebody, you know, first 2-3 dates, Yeah, he gonna pay, but then I'm gonna step up and pay.
Repeat. Hold on.
I am
Repeat.
too.
Repeat. Listen. Look at that camera and say that, because see, when your boy said that, they came for me on that.
Right.
Hey, well, you ain't no real man. There's no woman to pay for no date by the third date. Boo. Repeat that.
I agree.
So you saying by what date you, as a woman, you feel like you should?
What date did you say that? Both of y'all said it.
No, I didn't say a number. But what I can say, but I don't mind. I don't mind. But what I will say is that I think a lot of women, with social media and other women saying, I'm the prize. Well,
we the prize.
Yeah, well,
we the prize, fellas.
We're all prizes. You know what I mean?
Let me ask you, so like, if Orlando called you and said, "Hey, let's go out," and this is the third date, are you just paying? Because now he initiated, right? It'd be different if you call him and said, and he was like, y'all was just talking, you like, let's go out, I found this new place or whatever, let's go. Now you are kind of asked him to go on a date, so now for you to pay. But if he called you and said it was just talking, and he was like, what you doing tonight? And you like, nothing. He's like, let's go eat. Me being a dude, I would assume that he paying because he brought it up.
But see, okay, so that's my point. Okay, see, you been at the game for a long time, so let me educate you. Ooh. So my thing is this: a lot of them, that's what they do. When they call you, hey, what you doing? I'm like, I'm just chilling. No. I heard what you said. But what I'm saying, what I'm gonna say is, like, literally, even if I call you, like, what you doing tomorrow? Oh, nothing. I thought we can hang out. Okay, let's hang out somewhere. My thing is, you already know in your mind, I don't pay for the first 1, 2, 3, how many other dates it is. So me when I hang out with you, don't mean that, hey, I want to pay for it. But my thing is, why you can't pay for it?
But who said hang out could be walking in the park? You just said hang out. I specifically said when you call her and say, what you doing? And she's like, nothing. You want to go? You want to go get something to eat, right?
It should go both ways. Is what I'm saying.
But you just asked her.
No, what I'm telling you is.
You don't listen to what I'm saying.
Listen. I agree with you.
How you gonna ask her to go? Do you want to go get something to eat? And she said yes. And then you turn around and say, you paying, ain't you?
No. I agree with you on that. If I ask you out, I'm gonna pay for it. What I'm saying. No. I told you I agree with you. I said, well, when it's flipped, they still expect for you to pay for it.
No, I'm saying, if she called you and she specifically said, Orlando, what you doing? And you like, nothing. And she like, well, I'm thinking about going to get something to eat, right? At that point, I would expect her to at least to something, like offer to pay maybe, or to something, right? Because she's asking you out.
Someone don't.
Go ahead, Kia.
Discernment is important.
Discernment is very important.
Say that word again. Say it again.
That word. Look at the camera. Discernment is important. Yes.
On top of that,
I like that.
You have so many men who be like, oh, if a girl not treating you, she don't like you.
Right.
Say it one more time.
Right.
And the third thing on top
what
of
did
that.
I say?
You did say that.
Yeah.
A third thing on top of that.
You gonna listen to me one day, dog.
Women who be like, I want this, and that, is because they never had that.
Right.
What did I?
They're not used to that. Mm-hmm. You can't take me anywhere because I done been there. But we can go to IHOP. But we can go to Cheesecake Factory. Like we did that whole list 3 months ago. I ain't never had a complaint about Cheesecake Factory.
But before we wrap it up, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna look in the camera and say this. This is one of my camera moments. Okay.
Let's go.
And this is for the ladies.
We're going to Waffle
okay,
House.
because we don't talk about social media. We don't talk about all the distractions and stuff. Ladies, I'm gonna look in the camera and say this. Stop saying you need a real man and the man to do all this stuff when you going out and getting all these artificial parts and all of this stuff, these BBLs, you spend all your money on these BBLs and all this stuff. Man, all that. So my thing is, don't come to me and say you want a real man and you ain't even real yourself. Okay? So I'm just saying, if you ain't natural, then don't call me. Period.
Wait a minute. Pause.
Uh-oh.
Hold up. When women say they want a real man, that has nothing to do with your body.
So you said it got a lot to do with your body. So you ain't real, your body ain't real. Are you real?
Me like that.
If you got fake parts, are you real?
If a woman wants to make changes to her body, that's her right. If that's what she want to do. However, a lot of men seem to think that women go out their knives for them. Like, a small example. For women out there who get waxed, no woman on God's green earth is getting waxed for a man. That shit hurt. Every night.
I don't know about that. I don't,
Yeah.
because we already know why
I know
women get
some
waxed.
women do.
Oh yeah.
So let's just be honest.
Most women do that for their man.
Yeah.
I was about to say,
That pain.
come on now.
Yeah.
room for myself.
It's for the
They do that
man.
for
Well, you might be one of like a million.
You ain't going through all
I'm not
that
gonna be
pain.
doing
Every woman I
that.
know that gets
Right.
waxed.
Nah.
So
First
it's,
thing they say is, I got waxed today, boo. Oh,
that's it, baby. Hey, call me when you fresh off the table.
When it occurs, it definitely should be a reward. But it's not happening.
That's what we call it. Okay, I like it.
Listen, that's some, I don't care how long you've been doing it. It hurts every time.
That's
It
what I'm
does.
saying. That's how you know it's not for, it's for the man.
So listen, and so it's safe to say that times have changed, and basically, you know, if we had some of the traits and things that we had from the old days, I really feel like relationships would be a whole lot better today than it is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So now it's part of our show we call Ask Bro Code. So we got 3 women, we got 5 questions. So we're gonna which one of y'all ladies want to take a stab at this Ask Bro Code question?
Just pick a number. That's all you gotta do.
Pick a number.
Let's pick a number, 1 through 5.
I say 5.
She said 5.
But better say 5.
You gotta read the question next when it come up.
Okay. What's a terrible experience that you had that taught you a valuable lesson?
Ooh,
Answer it.
that's interesting.
Oh, that's for me.
Everybody.
You can take it if you want.
So, terrible experience that I've had that taught me a valuable lesson. I think I wouldn't say it was all terrible until the end, right? So I was in a relationship for 9 years. We didn't get married. And so when it was over, I just really thought that after, you know, self-reflection and just healing, I learned that, you know, I have to value myself more and not live off of
Expectations.
other people's expectations and things of that nature. I learned to just kind of put more focus on me and value myself more and not really wait, you know, and put my value on that man,
Nice.
and based on what they say, but really take discernment and things, because, you know, I sense things, but I didn't act on it. I just assumed that his words were gonna just carry me on. So it ended to be a terrible
Good for you.
situation. but-
Experience is the best teacher. So
Yeah.
good for you.
So what about you?
Definitely.
A terrible experience.
She
Driving that Range Rover at 20 years old.
That was not a terrible experience.
Being at the stoplight and your dad
That was
next to
that
you
was
at the
exciting.
stoplight.
That was
I had a great time. A terrible experience. I mean, my most terrible experience is grief. I'm not a very emotional person. And when I
can
tell you,
tell.
it took me on down there. And I had to learn that it was okay not to be okay.
Right.
I had to learn that it was okay to need somebody else. Because I'm the oldest of 5 kids, and of 6 kids, I'm the oldest. And, you know, being the oldest, the first girl, the first grand, come with a lot of responsibility.
It does.
So I had to learn that, oh, baby, you can fall apart too. And you don't got to catch nobody. Somebody can
it
catch you.
is.
So
Right.
that would be it.
Nisha, what about you?
I'm gonna say probably when my husband died, and I saw how my in-laws treated me. And before he died, I saw things, but I was like, okay, we all a family, and just that. I guess I was just thinking that.
You was giving them a pass.
Giving them a pass on stuff, because we all family. We've been married for this long. We, you know, and when he died, there was a reality check. The way they treated me. So I think for me, even though we were married, there were red flags there with his family, and I just kind of like, oh, we all love each other. We're all one big family, and it wasn't like that.
All right.
So, and I think for me the lesson is, you know, if I get married again or if I get in a relationship, believe the red flags. Don't just think that it's just, it's a coincidence.
Yeah.
As the old saying goes, when a person show you how they is, that's how they is.
Yeah.
I got one.
Go ahead, Coop.
You know who you is. I let you hold my luggage. And you ain't give me my luggage back.
Is it personal?
It is. I want my luggage back because I travel.
What'd you learn, man?
Not to let nobody hold my luggage. So now I got to replace my luggage. So don't ask me to hold my luggage. Nobody.
It's just expensive.
I'm just
What about you,
saying.
AC?
Nobody
I
borrows.
just had to vent, I'm sorry.
I'm glad you got it out.
I know.
Let me see. I think for me, man, I'll take it back to my childhood, right? So I grew up without my biological father in my life, right? So as I got older in my teenage years, I had an opportunity to reach out to try to look for them and find them and learn, more about them. But I didn't do that, right? So I chose not to seek them out, So I as the years went by, we finally reconnected and everything. But I just feel like I lost a lot of years in those teenage years when I was trying to find myself as a young man, where I could have got some insight from him. Not that I was lacking, because I had a father that raised me, my stepfather. So I wasn't lacking in that area, but it's different when it's your biological father, right? Yeah. So I just feel that was a bad experience for me growing up, and the lesson that I learned is if something's in your spirit, do it, follow through, But that comes with maturity, that comes with wisdom and being closer to the Lord and everything like that. So that, for me, that was the lesson that I learned.
What's you, Rico?
I'm leaving that. It's not green on the other side, like I said earlier.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
Stay home, bro.
Mine,
It's pee and poop in the dating pool.
right, for real, yeah.
There it is.
Mine probably would be getting married at an early age for all the wrong reasons.
How old were you?
20-something. I don't remember. I don't remember the exact age. But I did it because that's what she wanted. Like, I did it because, actually, she gave me an ultimatum. Basically, we've been dating, for 3-4 years. And, like, if you ain't trying to marry me, I'm out of here.
You got bullied.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say bullied. At the same time, I knew that you weren't a woman for me. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, and we as men, we go through this. You know what I'm saying? That's why therapy is so important. At that point, and my big brother tell me this all the time, like, I wasn't comfortable with being just by myself, like the alone stage. So my mindset was like, you know what, I don't want to be alone. This woman finna leave me. Then I'm just gonna do this because this is what she want. Then maybe she meant to be here. Maybe this is what it is, so I won't have to be by myself. And it was all the wrong reasons. So now, my mindset, the lesson I learned now is like, when you like, hey, I'm out, I'm like, hey, deuces.
Hey, that alone time is one of the most beautiful times in your life, man. I'm embracing. I'm 2 years in, and I'm embracing it right now.
Get a dog, man. Just get a dog.
I got a dog. I got one now.
Yeah, my dog be kicking me every day. Y'all see?
So,
hey,
so
that's
fellas,
what my boy be doing.
hey, that juice was juicing, baby.
That was cool, man. Yes,
so
sir.
ladies, we thank y'all for
y'all so much.
being in our presence on Bro Code. It was an honor to have you ladies here sharing y'all knowledge.
We didn't fight. We didn't fight that much.
Not this much, but Coop got crunk though. But he was happy, boy.
I'm just saying.
But hey, for all our followers, make sure you go on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, subscribe.
Yes.
We can't preach that enough.
And don't be afraid to go on the Facebook page and post questions and all of that stuff, man. We looking, we want to hear from you. We respond. Yep. We paying attention.
We paying attention to everything. And if you have any type of topics you want us to discuss, hey, send them to us. We available. And any female who want to come on here
if you want to
and
come
voice
on
your opinion, hey, as you see, hey, the door is open. Come on. That's gonna be our show. It's your boys from Bro Code. Peace.